coming into this one, 1-1. As that bolt does spot out brax, feels a little awkward trying to get around, and he answers right back. He says, hey, you can know where I'm at. I'm still finding shots. Clear his corners the best he can. dephh on a very long flank here is the journey through Mordor to try and find brax, but brax gets the better half of the trade. You can't ask for more than that as mAKKA trades it back, but it's all red in this round. It's all T1, as now it's all up to Psalm, and sure, it's a piss around. Anything's possible, especially when you're Reyna. It's gonna be hard to do so. This is something that we also saw in the last game in both teams being able to do this. Play slow when it matters. Play slow. You don't have to play the opposition side, right? These tight corners is where this eco buy is going to pay off. So T1 doing their due diligence, making sure they can clear everything out here as dephh queued up right behind the box, is going to creep forward and unfortunately going to get stung by the Spyder there with a stinger in hand. mAKKA able to trade it back, but it's only one member dead. It is now a sheriff in his hands, no longer a ghost. 4 HP. Creeping out of elbow is Psalm. He's able to find one. There's the overheal to come through, but it's a 1v3. Psalm finds another, will heal off of that. There is no way that Psalm is able to get this done here. It's a 1v2. It's the Reyna, so nobody better to do it. He needs 2 more flick shots. He peeks away towards long and unfortunately will be shot in the back. And this a sight. Spyder looking to peek. dephh holding the angles. The paranoia queued up. They're going to be traded back and forth down towards A shore. And there's dephh finding the angle. He's able to ADS and find the kill. Spyder's able to trade it back though, with the paint shells to come through, and DaZeD goes huge with the Hunter's Fury. dephh finding 2 before being traded, and it was just an awkward fight back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's oderus now with the Bulldog in hand, and this Bulldog bites. It's 2 kills. It's stopping the plant, but now it's a 1v1. Skadoodle on low HP. As he looks to peek around, mAKKA has been the clutch, and he will be the clutch once more for Dignitas.
But you saw in that last round how evenly matched these teams are. It just comes down to hit the shot for each of these teams, because not one team isn't getting a huge advantage over the other one.
Yeah, and a huge round there, peeking towards B long. And again, it was an awkward buy from T1. They didn't have, you know, the best weapons to deal with that push, but it was Psalm to kick things off. And then it was oderus, finds another with the Bulldog and the paint shells as they were all stacked up. Now the blades come through. Skadoodle goes huge. He finds 2 and a bit of damage on the way out. Now we find ourselves in a 2v2 where oderus is forced to use the showstopper, tries the satchel charge away, but Spyder finds the kill. Now dephh on full HP. It can easily be a 1v1 should he find something down onto Skadoodle, but the teleporter comes through, and the last remaining 2 for T1 will head over towards A. That boombot sent down the Molotov to come through as well. Not going to get too much. Now here's the showstopper coming out for Spyder, and he's doing what he does best.
For T1, and that's been the difference in about half of these rounds right now, especially in that last round. For Spyder, big right there, dropping oderus early on in the round. Now T1 is up 5-3 after Skadoodle takes down mAKKA.
Yeah, and it's all starting to fall apart. I do believe this was a low economy round for Dignitas, but either way, now slowly starting to figure it out here in this one, and there's no better time to do it than the close qualifiers to try and queue yourself up for that first strike tournament, as dephh is able to get one with the nano swarm. And that's what you get for keeping things spicy. You mix things up, you place these nano swarms in different areas, and you catch people off guard.
I like seeing these decisive plays by T1, knowing exactly where they want to go, how they want to set up, and they're so patient with it. They're waiting. They know somebody's probably got eyes on hookah right now. They know that somebody's going to be watching and has oversight on them, but they're being really, really patient. They're waiting to smoke out. You're going to see them smoke, you're going to see them smoke the hallway right now. They're going to smoke elbow in just a second, and they're playing this really, really smart as brax takes down dephh right there. They're waiting for Dignitas to come to them. They're forcing Dignitas to lose patience, and they're just being this is where the experience of playing together comes through.
Yep, absolutely. As the kills start to come through, brax finally able to get back on the board, but Psalm will not be silenced. It's all up to brax, who had a carry performance in the last, but with 14 HP. will be halted.
But they're still at a disadvantage, and they've got Omen low on health. This is a tough spot for T1 and should be a fairly easy retake for Dignitas.
Yeah, a very poor positioning there of that lockdown. I guess you don't get too much. As Skadoodle in the corner, he's able to spray for 2 on the way out, and now low HP on 2 members for both teams. The Omen and the Sova. Def gonna peek 1, gonna try and take him down, but it's AZK with 20 HP. He finds the kill. And now it's the low HP Sova, who has since been spotted out. I don't think there's a way that Dignitas get back in this one.
Who can make the plays? And T1 made the right plays right there. Skadoodle with the spray. AZK at low health getting a dropping death right there. It's all about making those little plays, and all the communication and all of the movement in the world can't save you from somebody just hitting the shots like Skadoodle and Spyder just did early on right now.
Yeah, and Dignitas have fallen in this paradox of just being stuck in a buy round and eco round, a buy round and eco round, and they just can't get out. You have to string a few rounds together, and it hasn't been that. Their wins are spaced out, I think, by 2-round losses. So, I mean, anywhere they go, it's going to be either a 3v2 or a 3v3. As those smokes come out, Spyder going to come on through. Here's the showstopper. Now going to jump through it, but his show is going to be stopped. It's oderus to take down the imposter. That spike has since moved over towards B site, but dephh, he's planted his feet, and he's going to find the kill on to AZK. He was not going to budge, not one bit, not at all. As a dash onto the site, Skadoodle going to dodge out on the shot, the fancy footwork, causing dephh to miss and that kill to come through, but that spike is still down mid. Dignitas are still a man up, and T1 are out of time. It means that this site completely open. Now that spike getting planted down, a Superman trying to find something on the way out. The shock darts come through, the wide swing comes through, and it's AZK and DaZeD for 2. It's all down to oderus and dephh, and unfortunately for Dignitas, they're forced to just walk away from this one. Yeah, a huge round, especially because they forced up, I'm pretty sure, across the board. Now oderus not going to get too much of the showstopper. He's actually just going to get sat down instead. Superman is there to trade, but that gun is too far to be picked up. So the Sheriff coming up huge. There's the Vandal from Psalm, but he's not expecting Spyder. The reaction time there from Spyder as he strikes Psalm down inside the showers. It's a 4v3, T1 on top, but Spyder on low HP. mAKKA looking for something with the shock darts, not able to find too much as Spyder, he just can't be stopped. You just can't stop saying this guy's name, especially on the raise. He's been huge. As those shots come through, the Sheriff is in town, but it'd be sent on vacation. AZK gonna send him on vacation after that one.
Those little mistakes, and if you look at the board right now, oderus and dephh, 2 names that have been at the top of Dignitas's list on map 1 and map 2, they're struggling a little bit, and T1 is continuing to force them to struggle as oderus takes down brax finally, but then DaZeD and AZK taking out Sam and Superman. I mean, T1 is just playing on point right now.
Yeah, on point. That's one of the best ways to put it. It's time and time again, they're able to find these early kills, and it's been Spyder who's been so huge on this team as dephh. Able to find one, but it's a stinger in hand, and now it's all up to dephh, who has the lockdown available. Not going to find the space, not going to find the time. Will find himself a paint shell, and that is not something that you want to incubate.
Giving him the chance to be aggressive has paid dividends for T1 in this map.
And now this piss round, incredibly huge. Skadoodle gonna get the first one, frenzy in hand, looks for the reload, and Spyder's able to get another. So the odds still in favor T1 as they pick up 2 kills, only 1 traded back, and dephh is not able to get it done. Superman, mAKKA, they gotta do something here as they do find 1 kill to jump on in, but DaZeD able to trade it back. mAKKA still alive. mAKKA has been clutch. That is the word we used with this player, but both players have jumped onto the site. The spray comes down, and brax from the top ropes will find the RKO onto mAKKA and the defuse for T1.
Let's see if Dignitas doesn't win this right here and they go down 11-3. This is going to be a very, very tough road for Dignitas to try to come back.
And they do opt into the force buys. They find a couple of kills pushing through. We finally see some signs of life for Dignitas. And it's when their backs are against the wall. They have completely taken this B site. DaZeD on the outside with the Bulldog. He uses just about every single round in the magazine before trying to teleport away. He's able to get a kill on the way out. But now things are looking dire for T1. brax finds a nice kill onto oderus. So the duelists are dead. dephh is on low HP, so he'll be looking to play a tight corner, maybe play a bait here as mAKKA hanging out, spotting over towards the defender-sided spawn. Brax through hookah. Not going to get too much information here. And that turret holding things down towards long as the smokes come on through. That turret is going to spot Brax. The paranoia to come out into the cubby. One will go, but it's supamen to find the kill. And now it's all up to AZK, and he's not able to get it done.
And a retake.
Yeah, and now some teleporter baits to come on through. supamen able to find one kill, completely blind. Skadoodle on the back foot. It's going to be red for 3 across that kill feed. You might as well just head on out. At the very least, you can look to hurt the economy. As we see low HP on one. DaZeD almost getting spotted. He's going to look to peek here. Right clicks come through. Not able to find the kill. Spyder is, though.
The one thing they've done well all day long is force T1 to play their style, to play their game. And it seems like they're just playing into what T1 wants them to do right now. And so with T1 having the full buy and the gun advantage, as AZK takes down oderus early on, this looks like this is going to be a round for T1. AZK just popping off, taking 2 down before he goes down. This looks like it's going to be a round for T1 and put Dignitas in an even tougher position.
Yeah, this would be a very tough position. Still some breathing room if you do go down in this one, but now it is all up to the Omen. It is all up to supamen, who gets flushed out and finds a kill. 7 HP as he teleports over to this B site. Not on the site, though. He's going to play towards long, and unfortunately will be answered by that teleporter coming through. Spyder going to peek this corner, look to swing it wide, and he's going to find the kill. If they do have to do that, it will take a Herculean effort for Dignitas to battle back. At the very least, 6 in a row to tie things up, which they don't even have 6 wins. So to be able to string 6 in a row could be difficult, as that turret is going to be enough to bait out an op shot. Spyder trying to do what he can with the paint shells once more, but it's Dignitas 4-2 as they storm onto this B site. DaZeD now in the back of the site, looking to make a play, is able to push through back of the spawn. DaZeD picks up one, dephh goes good for another, but DaZeD is not done yet. That paranoia through U-Haul there, or lamps, but instead behind the truck. 14 HP on Skadoodle as that Killjoy ultimate can be used. supamen goes good for 2 and make it a 3rd as Skadoodle will fall. It's a 3K for the Dignitas Omen, and mAKKA, he's got the flank under control. Now, brax. We've seen a couple of aces from this player, but neither of them were with the frenzy, so this would take one hell of a play here from the Cypher, as he does manage to find one, but on 10 HP, that might be all he gets. And now the hunt will ensue, as he didn't grab a gun, but Dignitas going to make sure that he does not walk away with one, does not save one, does have that neural theft available, but man, that would be a very ballsy play. And now the arsenal will be matched by T1, as it looks like maybe a push over towards A as that spike lays down just outside the teleporter.
Well, Dignitas got themselves out of that the weird spot that we were talking about, as oderus goes down to brax. oderus starting to make some big plays for Dignitas, taking AZK down as well. Like we talked about them needing to get out of that weird back and forth between rifles eco, gun by eco, gun, and they finally seem to have done that. Now they're starting to roll a little bit, and it's on the backs of supamen and honestly mAKKA. The last couple of rounds has come up big, been in the right position for them, gotten a couple of picks, and they all need to step up. None more so than oderus, but you see that right there. oderus at any point can turn the page.
Yep, and it's rifles in the hands of T1 as they find themselves 2 members down. Spyder gonna get tagged, but not gonna be answered with the Hunter's Fury just yet. That showstopper is available. There's the Hunter's Fury that I was just talking about, and it is able to get a bit of damage as the no scope to come through, and mAKKA finds Skadoodle through garden as he dashes back in. What a shot by the Hunter's Fury! What a shot by the Sova as Spyder tries to do what he can.
So if Dignitas, now they've got all the money, they've got all the guns, they've got all the confidence. They need to take this momentum and keep pushing, keeping aggressive. With mAKKA taking out brax right there, look, they're putting the pressure on. Now they're playing their style, they're playing at their speed, and it's working out for him every single time. As DaZeD gets a big pick on oderus right there with the sheriff, though.
A nice pick, 1 HP. He's able to skirt away with, so not going to be too much. Unless it's a hero shot from downtown, as the drone is able to spot a couple out up over towards heaven or this defender-sided spawn. So we get that nice little zoom in. We see everybody stacked up. 3 members in lamps. One gonna be playing just underneath heaven and may just be spotted. Coming on out, it's the Bucky from downtown, but that's shotgun at max range. Unfortunately, it's not enough. And now we jump back on board with DaZeD with 1 HP. It's gonna take 1 HP in a dream is what we like to say around here. And that spike is ticking down. He's trying to get the shots out, and at what point do we see that come through? As the from the shadows comes through onto the back of the site, they will go as DaZeD finds 1 kill. That's the Empress down. There's the neural theft, and unfortunately brax caught with his hat in his hands, not able to turn that one around. Spyder though on the outside tosses out the ultimate. Unfortunately, that spike being planted inside the box, and Skadoodle is smoked off. The site has been completely cordoned from the inside and the outside, and AZK is able to find 1 kill onto mAKKA. And I would say 3v4 T1 looking to pick this one up. It is their round to win, and as you said, to regain this momentum that they've lost for the last few rounds. But they are playing against the clock, so if they are going to pull the trigger, they have to do it now before they run out of time. Shots coming out from the box. Kills going to be traded back and forth. It's Skadoodle back on the board, but it's dephh and Superman to go huge. AZK still alive.
Wow.
He swings around, but it's a 3K for Superman. Yeah, this is going to be huge for either squad. An elbow spotted. The Lear comes out. He tries to play to not get blinded, and he's forced to dash away. It's glass cannon on the operator. It's 20 HP on the operator. As he dashes away, he gets spotted out. The Hunter sure he's going to be traded, and Skadoodle goes down. DaZeD is able to trade it back, and AZK gets on the board here for T1. They have the man advantage, but only for a split second as dephh evens the odds. It's a 3v3 as Psalm gets spotted out by the Owl drone. brax gonna find the kill through the wall, and now on the back of the site they will go. Superman goes Super Saiyan to find that kill up into heaven. Spyder's able to trade it back, and we find ourselves in a 1v1, and it's Superman to fall. It's T1 after the pause to come back. They figured it out. They have the answers, and now they push to match point.
The one thing that's done well for them all day long on defense has been playing aggressive. So I don't mind this at all. Anytime they've sat back and they've allowed Dignitas to go get set up and play aggressively without playing aggressive back, as mAKKA takes down DaZeD right there, it hasn't worked out for T1. So I don't mind this. It just comes down to making the plays. Can they make the plays that they need to when they play aggressive? And right now, Dignitas is the team that's making those plays. As brax takes down oderus and Superman takes down brax. Now we got a 3v2 in favor of Dignitas.
And it's just back and forth, but it's the judge in the hands of Spyder as that satchel charge goes through, and the teleporter gonna be taken. So it's Psalm versus Spyder here in the 1v1. This is the decider. This is game 3, and it does not get any sweatier than this. I would imagine Spyder has since been able to pick up a weapon, so no longer a judge in his hands, but we will see who comes out on top. Dignitas trying to take us to overtime. T1 trying to close us out, and it's Spyder to find the kill. It's T1 to take this game. It was Dignitas's map to win, but instead, Dig will find themselves in the loser's bracket as that defuse comes through.